We're about to have a squabble over the microphone. Gerry Murphy, Prime Minister. I'm Chairman of Burberry. And firstly, I want to thank you for hosting this. It's great to see a Conservative government, obviously more business-friendly than some predecessor administrations. And it's good to be here, and thank you. Thank you for listening to us. Just to bring the conversation down to a more granular level, Burberry is a FTSE 100 company. We are, by an order of magnitude, the largest UK fashion brand, and we trade globally. About 90% of our business is export. It is somewhat perverse that on the day that we left the single market, a decision by, I think it was by you as Chancellor, to remove the VAT refunds for tourists made the UK the least attractive shopping destination in Europe. Now, that is the case today. Virtually every other major destination in Europe offers VAT refunds. Now, we can see in our business, because we trade in Paris, in Milan, in Munich, we can see the rate of recovery from COVID in those markets as well as the UK. And the UK is by far the weakest recovery of all those major markets. We are actively exporting business as a result of that policy to our continental competitors. So I would ask you, in the spirit of making Britain a more competitive environment, in the spirit of fostering growth, and not just in the luxury industries, it knocks on to travel, to hotels, airlines, airports, to reconsider that decision. We told the Treasury at the time that we know our customers. We literally have their email addresses and phone numbers, and we could predict with some certainty what the behaviour would be if this policy was enacted. And so it's playing out. We didn't see much impact on our business for the last couple of years because there wasn't much tourism. Now there is. It's coming back in spades. So I would ask you and the Chancellor to revisit this. It was a bad decision, made for the right reasons. I understand the fiscal imperatives, but we would urge you to look at this. Leaving the EU has had a significant friction effect on trade, hopefully not forever for all the reasons you've mentioned, but it is the case today that it's a drag on growth. So we would ask you to look at this specific one. This is a spectacular own goal, and one that can be reversed by a decision from you or from the Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's why we're here. We're here to listen, right? When I had Jeremy's job, I made it a policy not to talk about tax policy live in front of lots of people, and I think he'd probably prefer it if I didn't do that either. But look, we'll take that away, and rather than rehash all the details for it now, I'm sure actually we can pick it up later in the day. But there were good reasons for it, and I think we'll happily see all the data because we're always happy to look at what's happening on the ground and see if things are panning out as we expected them to, or not. But your broader point, though, is an important one about listening and engagement. And hopefully you guys can see from today's event that we really take this seriously. I'm here, 20 other ministers from the government are here, and we're here all day because we want to listen. And that's exactly what we want to have that conversation. This is Norway, and Kemi said it right at the beginning, right? We don't know everything, right? Of course we know that. Nobody does. We want to make sure that we're listening, we're learning, we're adapting, can deliver on the promise that we all see ahead of us for our country. And I hope you have a good day where you can come forward with your practical ideas. We will take them away and engage with them properly and constructively and make sure that we can, if we can't do everything that you want, at least we can explain to you why we're doing that. But I think crucially, we've got to just have that conversation. And what I'm really grateful to you as well, we've got almost 250 incredibly senior leaders from across corporate Britain here today. Something like this has never happened before. Right? This gathering, as it is unprecedented. This is not what governments do, right? And hopefully it demonstrates to all of you that we take this very seriously. We are here to listen and engage. And I'll also just actually at that moment flag that I've recently appointed a new business special advisor, Frank Pettergas. Many of you will know him. He's had an incredibly successful and experienced career at Morgan Stanley over 3 decades with a global perspective. Frank is in Downing Street alongside me, and make sure you see him, get in touch with him. We want all of you to know that whether it's government ministers, whether it's Frank to me, you have a route in, that you can talk to us about your concerns, you can pitch your ideas to us, and then we can respond and engage with you, because that's how we're going to deliver on my promise at the beginning, making this the best place to start, scale, or grow a business anywhere in the world. Right, we're okay for time? Yes, good, okay, yes.